first month review on the company that I think about VL Trucking so far. Pros and cons. I'm gonna share with you guys. The first pro that I like about the company, I have to say, it is the pay. You know what I mean? 70 cents per mile, bro. Like, there's other companies out there, I guess, that's paying more in other ways, but I haven't found that company, and especially being at 1 year, I haven't found that company yet. You know what I mean? So I've done more research. I found companies that pays as high as 60 cents. You know what I mean? There's a company based out, I think, New York. I think it's called Prime Logistics, not Prime that you guys know of, but Prime Logistics. It's a smaller company, and they operate out of the tri-state area. They pay like 60 cents. You know what I mean? There's another company that I know of. They pay salary. I'm not sure how much miles it is actually that you have to run, but about 2,400. That's about equivalent to the 70 cents a mile. That's probably like what you would run when you run a decent amount of miles. And people always say, like, don't go to companies that are gonna pay you 55, 60 cents a mile, or even here 70 cents a mile, because they're not gonna give you the miles. You're not gonna get the miles. That's bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? What might work for somebody else might not work for you. You know what I mean? So just because it didn't work for them, it doesn't mean it's not gonna work for you. Because I can tell you legitly, for this company, unless you have like a breakdown or a tire or something along the way, or some bad traffic or something that ruins your week, your majority of the time since I've been here, all my miles every week are over 3,000 miles for the week. You know what I mean? I run an average of about 600 to 700 miles daily. They allow you to, you basically drive your full 11-hour clock, and the trucks are governed at 70 miles per hour. So those of you guys that have been driving for a little time, you guys can do a rough calculation on how many miles you really do. So my week ended this week. I just finished delivering this load and scanning my paperwork. So that's a total of 3,400 miles times 70 cents per mile. So you guys can do the calculation, and this is just for motivational purposes only. You know what I mean? It's not to brag or to say, you make this or you make that, because somebody else out there is making way more than what I'm making. You know what I mean? But the reason why I share this information with you guys, one, I started the channel so I can help people with information that nobody would share with me. You know what I mean? Speaking of starting the channel, don't want to go off topic too much, but yesterday I actually made 1 year since I started this whole YouTube thing. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that subscribed to the channel and been following the journey. You know what I mean? We aren't there yet, but we're still going. But what I wanted to say also is that don't get discouraged. To the guys that are under a year experience and still coming up there, not making the exact checks that you really want right now, don't get discouraged. I know the feeling I was going through when I was at Trans Am. Even though I was on a dedicated account, I still wasn't quite seeing the type of money that I wanted to see. You know what I mean? I was sick of playing games with the miles. If I'm getting in the miles or not, they're capping you off when you get close to 3,000, all that stuff. I was really discouraged when it got to close to the end, because I was trying to find other jobs, and I wouldn't find anything that was paying like, there's companies paying between 40 to 50 cents, and it just wasn't really what I was looking for until I found this company. So I'm just telling you guys, just don't get discouraged. Just hang in there, get the 1 year experience, and then possibly try to move on to a smaller company. If you already do have the 1 year experience, if you don't have your Hazmat endorsement or and Tanker endorsement, this company will still hire you. They pay 65 cents. You know what I mean? So it's 5 cents less than what you would get with the tanker. And you know what I mean? So you can either go get it, and you can try. I'm gonna drop a link in the description to the company website, so you guys can fill it out, or you guys can give them a call, find out all the information that you need. So that's one pro, to pay. The next thing that I like about this company, when I was doing OTR, at Trans Am, and I'm doing regular OTR right here, right now. This type of OTR is much better for me, you know what I mean? Trans Am run me through different states and all that, but the thing that I didn't like about Trans Am, and I like about this company, is that sometimes Trans Am would give me some loads and I would have to sit for like a day and a half for a load, like a Cargill load or JBS, or you know, one of the meat loads, wherever it was. Sometimes you'd have to sit on a day and a half for just a load. Sometimes it's a good run, like a 1800 mile, but by the time you get the load, either you get a relay or something in between, slows you down. This company, they basically run you, you know, like I said, I drive like 600 a day, 700 a day, and then it can be a pro and it can be a con, but it's mandatory for you to take a 34-hour reset, you know what I mean? So like for me in this case, I got here from yesterday. My load delivered at 6 o'clock this morning. The receiver is right there across the street. If you know what you're doing, I basically park my truck right there across the street, you know what I mean? I have everything inside my truck. I showered before, the day before I got here, you know what I mean? So I basically came here fresh. I have all my food in my truck and everything, and my 34 hours, I only have a few hours left for my 34-hour break to be up. I logged my unloading time yesterday when I got here, so it's not like I unloaded off duty or whatever the case is. The first thing I did when I arrived here, log my on duty time, so they can't tell me that I didn't log my on duty time. I log my time, then I go ahead and shut down, trickled across the parking lot under 5 miles per hour, delivered my load, got back here, parked, waiting to take my 34-hour reset so I can start moving again. It's a pro, it's a con. It's a pro if you like to get some time to like recuperate, and you know what I mean, and it's a con if you're really looking at it like, oh, you could be running more miles, but really you're running 3,400 miles, sometimes even a week you're running even 4,000 miles, you know what I mean? So if you can run 4,000 miles and not and still take a 34-hour reset, it doesn't make any sense. You're trying to go kill up yourself, like, you know, you're trying to do that. It doesn't make any sense, in my opinion at least. And winter time is coming. I plan to use some of this time in the winter if God spares life and everything is good. I have some things that I want to do in the winter, so these 34-hour resets, they will come in handy during the winter time, you know what I mean, for me personally. Another pro that I like, it's one dispatcher. It's not multiple dispatchers like Trans Am, so you don't get like misleading information. You meet your dispatcher in person, you communicate all information with them, you know what I mean? I like that one dispatch kind of thing. And you know, home time, they want you to run 3 weeks and then go for home for like 3 to 4 days, then come back out there. They don't really want you to stay out here for a long time as a company driver, because they don't want their trucks to be parked for an extensive period of time. If something comes up, they say you can ask them, like if you need a week off or whatever in advance. You might have to take the trailer and drop it and then like bobtail home or whatever. But you know, it's different when you go leasing. You get the freedom of, you can be out here as long as you want, or you know, all that stuff. So that could be a pro and that could be a con. I don't really mind for right now. You know, the checks are decent. That's my main thing right now. What's worth my time. Not a pro. The trucks are governed at 70 miles per hour. One of the cons, it doesn't have a refrigerator, or it doesn't come with a microwave. No, I had a microwave. The thing is that the way this truck is set up, it can't even fit the microwave. These Freightliners can't even fit the microwave. Like, I have to put my microwave on the ground. It's not a big deal to me, but you know, that's a con. The trucks all have APUs. What else? I don't know. If I think of anything else, I'll drop it down in the description. Don't want to make this video too long, you know what I mean? We don't use we use the tablets as the ELD, keep trucking as the ELD. Oh, one of my biggest cons to this company is the PC, the way the PC is set up. If you want a PC, you have to call and ask for it, you know what I mean? So basically the way this thing is set up, it's not like they allow you to really use it for like personal conveyance or where you just want to go buy some food or stuff like that. They really use it as an emergency situation. So if you're running your 11-hour clock, you're trying to get to a truck stop before your 11 hours run out, and you run out, you park on the side of the road, you call them up and you tell them, hey, I want to PC to get to the rest area, and they will give it to you. But it's not a case where you can call them. I guess you can, but it's more difficult. They use it for that specific reason, you know what I mean? So that's a con. It's not like Trans Am where you could just pop it in a PC, like right here. But it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, my main thing is what I am being paid, you know what I mean? What my time is worth while being out here on the road. When I'm being paid for my time while I'm being out here on the road. That's my main concern. So like I said, thank you guys if you made it this far in the video. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. Don't want to try it out any longer. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that I missed, but I'll cover them in another video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with someone, and I'll see you guys in the next one.